What's happening? Happy Friday morning. I wanted to come on today, hopefully brighten up your day, give you a little bit of wisdom here, get you thinking a little bit. Just got out of the gym feeling really good. I'm in a high vibration, and it was pretty cool. Yesterday I asked a question. How many people know how to operate your success mechanisms? I want you to really think about that. How many people understand how to operate their success mechanism, or even what that is? Right? Every single human being, we're born as a creative being. We are actually designed with a conscious, subconscious, and a body to be a success mechanism. We're designed to create. The only problem is we're put into a system where we're not taught this stuff. Right? We're not taught to. We're not taught self-image. We're not taught to create. We're not taught decision making. We're not taught how to use the equipment that we're giving. We don't have a manual, right? And this has been going on for generations and generations. It's I always say it's not the school system's fault. They're dealing with 100-year-old information. So how many people, go ahead and comment here if you're watching. Comment if you're watching live or catching the replay. But just give me an answer if you understand how to operate your success mechanism. Right, now here's the other part of the equation. A lot of people might have an understanding of how it works, but still not be operating it effectively. That's a whole nother question. That was me for 43 years, by the way. I had some understanding, not a deep understanding. And my results were varied. I guess I had good results compared to a lot of people, but not compared to the circle of people I hang out with now, which are operating around the world at a very high level, right? So it's all relative. Success is all relative. But the deal, guys, we are a spirit, right? And we have an intellect, and we're living in a body. So your energy, the mind is movement, it's energy. It's similar to electricity or sound, right? It's at a different frequency, but the mind is movement. Your mind is not your brain. It's not the organ of the brain. That's just an electronic switching station, right? Your heart's a pump. Your brain is an electronic switching station that sends and receives signals. So we don't originate thoughts in the organ of the brain. It's your mind, which is spirit. It's energy. It's largely misunderstood or not understood, right? So we're a spirit living in a body, right? Having a physical experience. You moved into your body when you're born. You move out when that part's over. But energy can neither be created or destroyed. So human beings were energy and spirit. And none of this is my opinion. It's physics and science. So obviously a lot of stuff we have absolutely no idea. We don't. I don't think most of us remember before we moved into our body or what goes on after. But the fact of the matter is energy can either be created or destroyed. And even when a body is dead, right, if it wasn't movement, how would it decay and turn to dust? The body's still moving. There's still energy, even when we human beings pronounce somebody quote-unquote dead, right? It's no different than an acorn turning into an oak tree. The leaves come out, go back into the soil. It's a perpetual transmutation of energy. And I know we're getting a little off subject here, so let me get back on track. You are a success mechanism. Some people say mind, body, and soul, right? It should be soul, mind, body, from the higher to the lower, right? The soul is the highest vibration, the mind is the intellect, and the body is the lowest vibration. So we exist on three planes. And every single human being has a conscious, a subconscious, and a body. Right? So that's not my opinion. I think a lot of people know this at some level. They just don't know what these things do and how they operate and how to tie everything together. I was largely ignorant for 43 years, so I'm not claiming anything other than be a really good student here and trying to pass on a little bit of information to you guys. So we get ideas in the conscious mind. I want to build a house. I want to get married. I want to go from $50,000 a year to $200,000 a year. We get ideas in the mind, in the conscious mind. But it's the subconscious mind that drives the body into action. It's not the conscious mind. We can consciously say I want to go to the gym, but if it's not a program stored in your subconscious mind, you'll go for a week, and then your paradigm will kick in, and you'll just be doing the same old programming that you did the previous 40 years. So we have to understand this stuff, that we want to change our performance, if we want to change our income or change our physical appearance or change our relationships or our quality of life. We need to understand how this works at some level, because we have to rewire the programming in the subconscious mind, right? Think of the subconscious mind like an operating system in a computer. That's a good literal way to think about it, right? That program, that operating system, it has a finite set of instructions. It can only do what's programmed into it. Your subconscious is identical to that. Now, the programming has been given to you from birth, from school, your parents, people around you, your environment. And if you're not around people that are multimillionaires when you're growing up, you're probably not going to be one yourself, because you don't have the environmental programming to do that. It's very rare that somebody breaks out and goes and seeks the knowledge. So I'm trying to give you the knowledge here so you don't have to go seek it. This is the secret of the ages, guys. This is what the top 1% of the world's wealthiest people understand at some level, is that you need to rewire the operating system because your subconscious mind is controlling all of your habitual behavior, controlling my habitual behavior. So if you want to break out and change your life, not only do you need to understand the success mechanism that you are, you need to know how to rewire those programs that are in your subconscious mind. So the fact of the matter is, guys, you can do anything. I can do anything. We're creative beings. You're no different than Warren Buffett or Elon Musk or Oprah Winfrey. They just have different programming and different desires and different understandings, and they don't have limiting beliefs at the level that you might have them. So all of that programming of what you think you can and you think you can't do is virus code stored in your subconscious mind given you by other people. Or maybe you tried some things and had a quote-unquote failure, and that got stored in your subconscious mind and you stopped trying. But all you got to do is look around. It doesn't take long to find somebody else that's operating on a very high level. They're a multi-million-dollar real estate investor. They might not have graduated high school, but they have millions and millions of dollars in real estate because they thought they could, right? 3 out of 4 self-made millionaires are immigrants. They come from other countries, not even speaking the language. I was talking to one last night, brilliant young gentleman from Ghana. Was it Ghana? I think it was Ghana, over in Africa. And we're going to be doing business together. Brilliant young guy, but he came here hungry. He came here hungry with nothing. His family came here, didn't speak the language. He was so articulate, 23 years old. He's a pilot. He's been to school. He's been over to China. And we're going to be doing business together. But it's a good example, and I explained that to him. But when he was growing up, it was more of, if we can only get to America, if we can only get to the land of opportunities. His programming was such that when he got to America, his success mechanism kicked in. Kid's making $80,000 a year as the manager of an enterprise. His name's Emmanuel, just a brilliant young kid. Think about that. 23-year-old kid from another country, didn't speak the language, making $80,000 a year, managing an enterprise rent-a-car, and looking to get into real estate. He's already doing that. We're looking to get into another business together, multiple revenue streams. So his programming is a little different, and he had been programmed to have desire from birth in a third world country, thinking that if you just get to America, you can become wealthy. Well, now he's here, and his success mechanism is kicking in, and he's becoming wealthy. So you got to just look at the programming you've had, and none of that's your fault, by the way. We don't choose our parents. We don't choose. There's nothing wrong with your parents, by the way. They were largely ignorant too, which just means not knowing. So we don't really choose our environment, but you can starting today. This is the difference. Starting right now today, you can choose to start educating yourself, including watching this broadcast, and choose to start taking action to understand the success mechanism that you were born with, so that in a very short period of time, you can rewire it and change your results, right? So that mechanism, or the programming in your subconscious mind, we call that a paradigm. And if you want to change your results, you have to change your paradigm, and that's what we help people do. So, guys, if you found this interesting at all, please do me a favor, comment and share. We need to get this information out. That's my that's my life's purpose, is to really get this information out, help people understand who and what they are, help them start to have hope, start to question things, and start to learn how to operate the success mechanisms that they have, that they were born with. So please share this. Comment below if you have any questions, and let me know. Again, comment here too if you understand the success mechanism that you are. We can recommend some books, help get you moving in the right direction, and hopefully have a little bit of influence in your lives. So if you got value from that, guys, type a 1, type a live if you're catching this live, and if you're catching a replay, it's always good to see who's watching where. I'm just curious to see how far we can make this information go together, and hopefully impact some lives together. So make it a great day, guys. Be well, and God bless. We'll talk to you soon.